Welcome back to the channel. Today is something a little different. This PS5 was sent to me by a viewer. They were having difficulties replacing the HDMI. So I'm going to replace it for them. We went back and forth in emails, and I told this viewer where to get parts and my general tips. And they finally said, ask me if I would do it for them. And it's not nothing I've done before. I haven't taken an HDMI or a board from a viewer and repaired it, but I'm gonna give it a go. It's just the port. I've just got the board. I don't have a chassis, although I do have another PS5 chassis that maybe I'll put this into just to see if it works, if we've replaced it okay, and we'll find out. But for now, let's get it under the microscope. We'll see how they did, and we'll see about replacing this thing. All right, let's do that. Whoa, so here it is. Yeah, looks like they were having a fun time with this one. Lots of flux on there. Looks like we've melted the port a bit, which it's okay. They did send me a couple extra ports and some diodes. The C1 diode, which is this guy right here, which we can replace. It looks like they still have that cap under there. I do have a replacement if that needs to come off, as well as this one here. Let me look at the ones in the back. So we did that back there. How we look back there. Of course, that's the wrong port. Yeah, we're missing one here as well. I believe there's one here on this model as well. No problem, we can replace that. Since we're back here, I think what I'll do is I'll heat this up from the back, pull off some of this solder here, and we're gonna get this port off. All right, I'm gonna add a little flux here. Alexa, turn on Bob. We'll get Bob our fume extractor going, and we'll see about pulling some of this off. I don't think any of this is leaded solder, but you never know. All right, I think that's good for this side. I think I'll clean this up just a little bit. Just because it's hot. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over. See if we can't get some of this extra solder out of this side as well. All right, gonna work. I think we're okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just heat this thing up and pull it off. All right, we're hanging over the edge of the desk. I'm gonna go ahead and heat it up from the bottom and pull it off. It's probably not necessary, but that's what I want to do, so. I just want to make sure I don't rip any pads when trying to pull this off. I don't want to make any extra work for myself if I can avoid it. And there we go. Let's go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. I'm gonna clean these out a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit of low melt in there, just to mix with what's in there. I actually don't know what kind of solder is in here. If the repair attempt that was made before what I'm doing now, if they had cleaned out these or not, or just simply pulled the old port off and tried to put a new port on. I don't know. So we'll clean this out here. We'll get these holes completely cleaned and just to ensure that we're going to put leaded solder back on here. I'm actually adding some little bit of low melt here as well. All right. I'm actually going to flip it and work with it from the other side. All right, well, I'm not having a good time here. I'm going to switch to the solder sucker. Let's try this on this side. Where is it? So close. All right, we're cleaned up enough and ready to replace this missing diode. Now, the viewer that sent this board to me sent a pack of diodes with it, but he sent the diode that's missing here, that goes on the front here, this one here. Let me show you what that looks like here. This one here, which does match. I mean, it matches almost perfectly. As far as size-wise. I don't know the value of this thing exactly. But we have this one already, and I'm not even gonna replace it since it's there already. The one on the back is a little bit different. As we can see here, it wouldn't even fit there if I wanted to put it there. It's a different size, which is no big deal. It's no big deal. I actually have one of my own here, and what I'll do is I'll just pull this one off here. This is one of my donor boards, And you can see here how these are different sizes here. A lot of different size. No biggie. So I'll pull this one off here and I will put this on to our the viewer's board. I'm just gonna use my hot air and pull the thing right off. My port dropped right out of there. Okay, let's grab the other board. And I will add a little, actually let me change my tip here. Drop the flux there. And I'm going to put just a little bit of solder on there, on those pads. Just like that. Back over. I'm going to turn my air down, my air speed down to about 20%. I'm at 480 degrees still. I just don't want to blow that thing too far. Blow it away. And we'll get this thing heat up. We'll heat this thing up. Put it right on. And there it goes. There we go. Good to go. All right, that's on. Let's go ahead and get this port. Let's go ahead and get these pins or these pads retinned. I'm also going to fill these holes with fresh solder, leaded solder, and we'll go ahead and drop the port in. I'll be dropping this on just like this. Let me get my air ready. I'll turn on Bob the fume extractor. Alexa, turn on Bob. Just like that. Hold that down a little bit. All right, we're moving the heat. Still holding the port a little bit. All right, that's it. The port's on. Let's take a closer look at these pins. There we go. Oop, there's one. Okay. I'm actually gonna stop right there. I'm gonna change my tip. And I'm going to go ahead and touch each one of these. We'll put some fresh flux on here. I think that's enough. I'll give each one of these a touch. Let's go ahead and try those one more time. All good. All good. Let's clean it up. All right, let's flip the thing over and clean up the other side. We'll check the anchors on the other side. Make sure they're all good. We can see on this side the solder's nice and high here, which is good. I expect the same for these two, since we put so much in there. But let's flip it over and we'll take a look, and we'll clean up this other side as well. I'm just going to leave these just like they are. Some of the solder mask was already missing, and we had exposed copper there, which is why I had a little bit of a difficult time with those legs, but they're fine if they're touching. They're both ground anchor points anyway. So, and that diode there here is back. That cap is still there. I think we're good to go. So the viewer that sent this to me did not send the actual case. They only sent the motherboard. So what I'm going to do is put this into a case that I have, instead of just sending it back and saying, here you go. I'm going to put this into a case and we'll test it and see if it works. But that port's installed. All right, that port's replaced right here. I'm gonna put this into a case that I already have, and let's see if it works. All right, got it back in a case here. I don't have the Wi-Fi hooked up. I've got just the board and a fan, power of course, and the power cables and other stuff. But let's go ahead and plug it in and see what happens. Let's power it on, see if we get anything. Not seeing anything yet. Light is still blue. Has not changed to white yet. Oh, there's our 3 button. 3. Yeah, we're not getting anything on the screen yet though. Those 3 beeps tell us that it wasn't shut down correctly. But we're not getting anything on the screen yet. All right, so the port's been replaced, but we still have a black screen, a blank screen. I'm gonna double check the pins on the port. This thing is on. We've got a white light, so I'm happy with that. But we're not getting any signal here, which tells me either the HDMI port is not properly on, or it could possibly be the retimer. Although if the retimer was bad, then we might not even get any power. Since we're powering on, I'm gonna assume that it could be my soldering, so I'll double check that on the port. All right, let's go ahead and shut this thing down. So what I've got here is a working PlayStation, PS5. This one here is actually console band, so I use it for testing, and I figured once I figure out the console band situation, I'll come back and maybe fix this. I'm thinking what's console band is maybe something, there's a component on here and the MAC address is console band. Like maybe I can switch out the Wi-Fi or something, and that'll clear it, but I'll cross that bridge later on down the road. Anyway, since this one's working, what I'm going to do is actually use my my HDMI breakout board that I have here and just get some readings on what a good HDMI port actually reads. And we can see here that this one actually works just fine. So I'm gonna turn this one off. No, not rest mode, I wanna hold this down. That's fine. Let's go ahead and pull the power on this one. And I'm gonna set this guy down here. Plug my breakout board in. And just see if I can get some readings on the back side of this thing. I'm going to use diode mode here. And I'll put my red probe on ground and see if I can get some readings here. Actually, what I should do is grab a notepad and write these down. All right, this breakout board has 20 holes. One of them is definitely ground because I know that we only have 19 pins. Let's check here. Yep. So number 20 is ground there, which is perfect. So clamp onto 20. So I'm going to make a little diagram here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put my red probe on this ground one here, and we'll start at pin 1. I've got 0.7 0.797. This here is ground. Pin 2, also open, ground. G and D. Pin 3. I'm getting 0.797. Pin 4. Okay, let's check our other. Let's put this to the side. Same thing, red probe on ground, which is pin hole 20 here. And hole number 1, let's see what we got. 0.798, close enough. 2, ground, perfect. 3, 798, that's good. 4, 798, that's good. 5 should be ground, it is. 6, 798, that's good. 7, 798, that's good. 8 should be ground, that's good. 9, 798. 17, ground. 18. Oh, 18 shorted. 18, I've got a short. It says ground. 18 should not be grounded. All right. So I might have a ground or a short there in my port. It helps a lot. Let's open this thing back up and take a look at it. All right. Let's see what we got here. Good there, good there, good there, good there. That's good. That's good. Those two are good. Those two are good. These are good. 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 Short. These two right here. But that's interesting. That may need to be like that. Interesting. I think what I'll do is pull that cap off. This guy right here. And then check for the short once again. Yep. Still short. I've got a short between these two pins somewhere. So, we're gonna go another route here. I'm gonna pull this port one more time. All right, let's check these one more time. There's kind of a hole right here. Interesting. Well, I have an idea here. I think what I'll do is grind this pad away. Put some solder mask on it, and then I'll put another wire from here to the pad. There's a definite hole here or something. Something's going on. Let's check this. Here and here. Yep. It's the same. Still shorting. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is just grind this out. I'll keep going on this. Okay, we may have gotten it here. Let's see. Yes. I believe we've gotten it. We've done enough. That's it. We've got rid of that short. Somehow, double check. Yep, we're in beat mode here. There was a short here, and it connected this layer here with the layer below, which is the ground layer. You see they're grounded here. This should not be grounded. And it was, oddly enough. This is fine. This is fine. And now this is fine. So somehow it had a layer of, we had a short under there. So now I'm gonna cover this with solder mask, get this all covered back up, and I'll put a wire from here to here, or just I'll put another pad down at least, and then we should be okay. So we've cleared the short. That's what we wanted to do. Double checking one more time here. No more short here. No more short. That's fine right there. It must have been right in here somewhere. That short is gone. That's fine. You can touch these two. No more short. All right. Next step is putting some solder mask on there and getting that all covered up. I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip of my knife here. This is such a small, obviously microscopic area. We're not going to need very much here. I'm just going to do a nice thin layer, if I can get it there. I don't want to make it too thick because I want it to be able to cure. So I'd rather do a thin layer, let it cure with the UV light, and then I'll do another layer over the top of that. Goal here is just to cover up that copper there, exposed copper, so that way I don't accidentally tin those or short those two areas again when I tin this. All right, that's good. All done. I'm gonna check this one more time. Here to here, no beep, and there is a beep here. This is supposed to be ground. Nothing here, No beep here, not here or here as it was before previous. So we've cleared the short. That's good. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and find a trace to put over that. I think I'll just use one of these guys here. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, that'll work. All right, let me add just a touch of flux here. Actually, before I even do that, I'm going to change my tip here. Something a little pointier. And I'm going to add a touch of flux. Kind of hold this down a bit. A lot more. That's good enough, I guess. Should hold this in place right about there. Right? Yeah, somewhere in there. No. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. You get back over there. Come on, play nice. There we go. Stay there. Play nice. There we go. I think we got it. Okay. Just like that. There we go. Now we've tinned it. At the same time, but I'm gonna add a little bit more flux, or a little bit more solder there too. Just a touch more. I think they'll be good. I'm gonna go ahead and put some solder mask on there. All right, that'll work. That's all I want. I'll thin that out just a touch, just so we know it'll cure a little bit faster for me. And I don't want it to be a huge blob. Even though the port will be, it should be clear at the port right here. Okay. And my cap is going to go here to here. So make sure it stays in place. About right there. All right, that's that. Let's go ahead and cut our pad here. Our trace, right about here, just like that. I'm done with that. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and hang this over the edge of my desk and get ready to drop my new port on. Add a little more flux to these holes here. I'm not flux. Well, I'm gonna add flux to the whole thing, and I'm gonna add a little bit more solder to these holes here. Okay, that's that. Let's grab a cap and put it in place. Right there. Always get it close. Don't get squirrely on me. Cap. Please don't get squirrely on me. Alright, it'll be there somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and start heating this thing up from the bottom. Let me grab my port. I know I've got another one here, but a fresh one here. And here we go. Okay, cap looks like it goes, it's where it's supposed to be at. Let's go ahead and drop our port on. That's it. Removing the heat. Gonna hold it here for a couple seconds, a few seconds. All right, that's good. Let's take a look at how we did here. Doesn't look too bad. I think I will put some flux on here, and I'm just gonna hit this with my iron one more time, just to make doubly and triply sure. All right, that's it. Let's go ahead and clean this up, and we'll We'll put our HDMI breakout board on there again, and we'll check the values. And we'll also check for shorts. We'll see how we did again. I think we're better than last time, but we're gonna double check this time. But let's clean it up. So here's my breakout board. I've got this thing plugged in here. I'm going to go back to diode mode here on my multimeter. 20 here is ground, and I'll put my red probe there and just hold it there. Just keep it there, and I'll take measurements. Previously I was getting a short on 18. Before I went back in and cleared this, so I'm gonna check 18 again. And I'm not getting a short, I'm getting 501 on my multimeter. And my list says 503, so that looks good. So we'll check everywhere else as well. No short there. 661. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. We've cleared that short and we're looking like we're back to normal. I'm gonna put this into my case and we're gonna try it again. All right, we've got this back in the case, in my case. Remember, this board didn't come with a case, so I'm just testing it out. I'm hoping we'll do better this time. We found a short that we didn't know was there last time. We used that by plugging in my breakout board and taking some readings from a good PS5. And I actually wrote down all the readings here. Matter of fact, if you want to take a look at these, you can. This is what I've got. And that was using this breakout board here for our HDMI. We used it and we found a short. When we got to the short, where we thought the short was at, we found that there actually was a little bit of a hole there. I ground it out and cleared the short. We've used UV mask and some trace to reconnect the wires where they're supposed to be. Now we're going to plug this back in and see if we get anything. Just to see if we fixed it or not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Actually, go back to this one. We'll change our inputs here. And here we go. Powering on here. See if we get anything on the screen. There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it. And we're back. All right. All right. This one's done. Again, a viewer sent this in to me, said he was having trouble installing a new port. Really, if he had installed the port previously, he may not have got it to work because there was an actual short underneath one of the pins. But we've identified it, we fixed it, we got this thing back up. I'm gonna send this back and hopefully he's a happy camper and we'll be able to get back to gaming. All right, well that's it for this one. I'm gonna pack this thing up, get it shipped out. Thank you guys for coming along for this one, and I'll see you guys in another one. Peace. And there you go. For the viewer who sent this to me, so you can see it's actually working. There's your icons there. I'm not gonna go into any of these, but it's heading back to you.